Thank you for joining us today on the program Woman to Woman. I'm Adesu Walsawage. Today on Woman to Woman, I want to talk about something that can be described as sweet and bitter, sweet and sour, and that is pregnancy. In some areas or in some climate or in some homes, when you hear the news of pregnancy, it is usually a thing of joy. Everybody will be so happy, particularly for newlyweds, for those who have been expecting, for those who have been waiting upon the Lord for the fruit of the womb. And once you get that news, you get this feeling of fulfillment. The men are happy. They pop their muzzles. Yeah, yes, my wife is pregnant. We're going to have a baby. But it becomes sour when that pregnancy is unwanted. It becomes sour when that pregnancy is an accidental one that the girl is not prepared for, and even the young boy involved. And this is usually the case among teenagers. So today we want to look at the sweet and sour side of pregnancy. Teenage pregnancy, how rampant, how huge, how devastating, how socially demoralizing, economically draining, and of course health-wise of teenage pregnancy. And with the trend of things going on in our society today, I don't know how we are going to cope it, because it is on the increase. And many of these children know what they can do to make sure that pregnancy disappears. But the consequences of that action is usually very huge. So thank God we have a teen coach in the house and a PR practitioner. We also have a nurse and a counselor in the house. So join me as I make welcome Favor Iniyomoege, who is a nurse, a pastor, a midwife, and a counselor. Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you very much. My pleasure.
And also Dorcas Onoge, who is a PR practitioner, and of course a teen coach. Hello. We're all looking blue. Now, wow. All right, that's fantastic. So, ladies, in no particular order, talk to me on, let me feel your pulse on what you think about teenage pregnancy. So, Dorcas, let me feel your pulse. Let me feel your pulse on teenage pregnancy before we go into everything that we need to do today. Because you talk to teens, you're a teen coach, so.
Thank you very much. First of all, I will start with people I really know cause pregnancy when they were teenage. Okay, before we go ahead, let me say teenage pregnancy is like a cancer that destroys the future of young girls.
Okay.
When a child who has ambition to go to school, who has ambition to be a professional in any field of endeavor, and they are trying to put themselves together, and these unwanted pregnancies pop in, I've come to discover that a lot of people, that pregnancy is like cancer that eats them up. You just see them go from 100 to 0, even -1, -2, just like that, and
that bad.
End up not becoming who they want to become in life, and that they will live their life in regrets. All the days of their life, they will always be regretting their action and everything. So it eats them up, and you see them living the life they don't want to live, living the life they don't plan for, living the life they don't want to. They did really a vision for themselves because of unwanted pregnancy.
Okay. Favor, what do you think about teenage pregnancy?
Teenage pregnancy actually is the pregnancy that occurs in young women, young ladies, young girls between the ages of 13 and 19 years. And the challenge with this kind of pregnancy is the fact that they are usually unwanted pregnancy.
Okay. Let's hook it there and take a short break. We'll be right back. Stay with us.
In the
Some days, there comes the Ugemobo Festival, which the Oba celebrates outside the palace gate. A pavilion is built of red cloth where rites are performed to drive away all evil spirits still unsatisfied by the year's sacrifices. The Emobo Festival is to commemorate an event in Benin history which dates back to 1504 AD.
Thank you for staying tuned to the program Woman to Woman, and we're talking about teenage pregnancy. It's very worrisome. A lot of women are very scared. Once your daughter gets to like 12, 13, 14, thereabout, women becomes very scared. And all of this happens sometimes as a result of incest. And most of the time, these young girls don't even want it. Peer pressure, and then could be that they were forced, rape. So we're going to look at this and see how we can help our young girls. Some women find it a taboo to talk to their daughters about sex. They don't want to discuss it. You know, instead they will tell you when a man hold your hand like this, no, we have passed that stage, please. We're in the jet age now. So, Favor, let me come to you now as a health practitioner. What are the immediate health risks of teenage mothers and their babies?
You know, teenage pregnancy comes with a lot of risk.
Okay.
First and foremost, that pregnancy is unwanted. We're going to be having risks to the mother, risks to the baby in utero, you know, the fetus in utero, unborn, and when you even give birth to the baby, we're going to still have some issues. So we're going to have some psychological risks. Medically, this patient is going to, this young lady having unwanted pregnancy is going to come up with complications like severe anemia. Remember, she's pregnant. And because she's pregnant, they will hide this pregnancy. Will not be able to get the adequate, you know, nutrition that they need to help them cater for themselves and the baby they are carrying. So they end up having anemia, shortage of blood. Like we popularly say it. Okay, and then they can have other complications. They will not come for antenatal clinics. But they don't come to register.
It's a thing of shame.
Complications, they're afraid of stigma, they're afraid of, you know, so other issues comes, emotional issues like depression in pregnant can set in as they're pregnant. These people can come up with other conditions like pregnancy-induced hypertension. And then for the baby that they are carrying, they are likely to deliver these babies prematurely. And the babies are likely to be light for date babies, in that they will not have enough weight, normal birth weight for the normal baby in their gestational age. All right, these babies can also come up with breast asphyxia. These people, they won't come to get medical care in a good facility, so they'll go there and deliver anywhere, and in the process, they can have issues. Obstructed labor can also come in, yes. This reproductive tract is not mature enough to go through the process of labor. Labor become obstructed. Other complications can come up, like postpartum hemorrhage. She delivers and then she starts bleeding, and in the process, God forbid, she loses her life. All right, and other complications, structural complications like vesicovaginal fistula and rectovaginal fistula, where she will be passing urine and feces coming out together via the vagina, you know, because there's already an opening, okay, between the vagina and the bladder, as the case may be, or the vagina and the anus, or the rectum, as the case may be. So, and these are not very, very palatable conditions at all that we want our young girls to go through.
Okay, I know you control a congregation. You're also a medical personnel. I want to know the outrage that you people do to sensitize our young girls. You know what I'm saying? This now a lot of girls, a lot of teenagers, boys and girls are attending lectures now. Yes. There was this afternoon, I took my time. I was driving when I saw those kids, and I parked my car. I had to look at them. You know, they walk in groups. And when I saw this huge crowd of young boys and girls moving together, I was like, what's happening? So somebody now said, oh, there's a lecture around there. And these children were sent to school to study. But unfortunately, their parents don't know what to do. You know, they date themselves. Sometimes they don't even go to class. And other times when you see where they were like, this particular day, this particular girl, somewhere in this, you see, or local axes, she wore a tight, is it leopard skin now or just skin dress? It was a jumpsuit, but the whole back was open to the top of her butt, so to speak. I'm sure if she stretches, you will see her body. You know, the whole back was open, and this young girl was busy rubbing her back as they were working. And tell me, these people will not end up in the haze, so to speak. You know, with all of that, there's going to be plenty of unwanted pregnancies. It will happen. Except, of course, some parents just want to live in denial. It will happen. When your daughter dressed almost naked to attend just lectures, imagine what that girl will wear when eyes are not on her, when she's like independent. So talk to me, what kind of sensitization do you give?
A lot of sensitizations, they are going on. But the challenge that we have in our present society is, the more you try to talk to these young ones, the more we have oppositions here and there. When you are telling a young child or a young girl that this is how it is, we have plenty things that they are feeding on from social media that is counteracting the information, the positive information that they are getting from other sources. So I think our generation, we need help, sincerely. God, we need to help this new coming generation. The issue of misinformation is a very big problem that they have, where they believe that, oh, I beg, you can do it, nothing will happen to you. Oh, that person that it happens to is not sharp, the person does not have sense. I know in this dispensation, you cannot get pregnant, you don't mind them and all that. And they live in denial and come up with unwanted pregnancy. So we're into various, for example, about NGO where we go out, we sensitize people, you know, talk to young ones about, you know, their lives as young females, why they need to keep themselves, why abstinence remain the best way, you know, to prevent unwanted pregnancies and sexual advances.
Dorcas, now, as a teen coach, how does teenage pregnancy affect the mother's education and future prospects? You were trying to talk about it, you talked about it briefly, but now talk to us in details. How does teenage pregnancy affect the young girl's education and then her prospects in life? The drawbacks, the setbacks, and all of it.
Teenage pregnancy, just like I said earlier, is like a cancer when they don't have the support of their parents. How do I mean? When your child gets pregnant and you know the disappointment from the parents, the father, the mother, the other siblings, aunties, uncles, neighbor, you know, everybody will be. In fact, the community. The communities as a whole will be tongue-lashing that child. And that alone will demoralize the child and the pregnancy. It will make them to withdraw from society. There's this withdrawal. They will withdraw back. They will not have the courage to face their classmates anymore. They will be hiding away from their classmates. They will not have the courage to do things they really wish to do, because anyway, even somebody that doesn't know them, if they see them on the way, looking at them, teenage pregnancy, you know, those small talks that comes out, you know, there's a way it affects these young people negatively. And now, for instance, after they have put to bed, you will see that most parents will say, now that you have chosen to get pregnant and you now decide to become a mother, you are now left alone to take your responsibility. And that is another huge problem that the challenge that the teenage mother faces, because they don't have the resources to take care of themselves and the baby. I'm not talking of going further for education. I've seen a young girl that was very, very intelligent in her days that got pregnant while she was in SS1. She got pregnant, a lot of things, got pregnant for a conductor, she put to bed and did everything, and she decided to go back to school. I learned that she went back to school, but what happened? The father said that he can no longer sponsor her, and that's how the young girl ended up not going to school. Today, if you see her and her classmates, she looks like the mother of her classmates that they were together because she was abandoned. Whereas there are other cases where, had it been she have this necessary support that she need, that thing would have made her to be able to overcome it. So when we neglect our children, I'm not supporting it. It's not something that I wish for my child. It's not something that I wish for anybody's child at all, because I believe everything is stage by stage. You get to a maturity or for something, then you go for it. You mature to a point and you're able to handle some issues for yourself. So, but when it happened like this thing made them to draw back. The career they want to become, they want to go for, they cannot go for that anymore. And how does that one come out to be at the end of the day? The poverty they are trying to run away from, that's where they will find themselves. If I thought they decide, the child has grown, let me work, they no longer have the capacity, the necessary qualification to go for a higher paid job. Rather, they will go for the lowest paid job, and which will also make them to remain in that poverty state.
All right, you talked about family support. How is the family supposed to support such a child?
Yes.
Because having in mind that the mother is disappointed, the father is disappointed, some may even chase the girl out of the house.
Yes.
Chase her into the street.
Yes.
Go and meet the boy. She gets to the boy, the boy's parents will say, I did not send my son this. We are not responsible. She's like on her own. How is she supposed to get support now?
Now, if we look at it critically, we'll give an example of Bishop TDJ's daughter.
Okay.
She had her first child when she was 13 years old. But with the support of the father, the parents supported her. And today, she's a doctoral degree holder. She has a PhD in her field. Then now, when you don't support these children, they're already disoriented because of what has happened to them, and they don't know their left from their right anymore. They are confused because this one is children, giving birth to children. They are not matured enough to handle life situations. So they need the support of the mother, the father. Yes, in as much as you want to express your disappointment for your child to get pregnant as a teenager, you also have to put disappointment aside and support that child.
It has already happened.
It has already happened. You cannot throw the child and the water away because the child pulled. No, you have to separate them. If your child pull on his or her body, you have to clean them up. So you have every right to be angry. You have every right to want to chase them away, but have a second thought. Support them. It has happened. When the mother decided to take away that child from that girl child and say, look, I'm at your back. This thing you did is very wrong. I'm very disappointed in you, but I will not just allow you to just go like that. Let the mother take the child from the child. They are children, child. Take the child away from that your daughter and send her back to school. If everybody is tongue lashing her outside and the mother is giving her, look, girl, I'm behind you, you can still make it in life.
Are you sure that girl is not going to do it again?
She will not do it again.
She may.
She may, but most likely, I don't think higher percentage of them will not do it again.
Yeah. Okay, somebody once said that teenage pregnancies as a result of the failure of the parents, especially the mother. Please speak to this.
I disagree. I disagree. You know, teenage pregnancy is not just a mother thing, it's a societal thing. It's beyond the mother. Peradventure there's this mother that's very lovely to her children, and she tells them everything they need to know, she cares for them and all of that. And this child, out of ignorance, you know, or peer pressure out there, decide to, you know, try something out and she becomes pregnant. It's not the mother's fault. You can't blame the mother for that child's errors. But again, we as parents should take responsibility for our children, really, but not for the mothers to be blamed for the child. In short, I don't know, mothers that have females as children, there's this hypertension that we have at one side. In short, there's this hypertension, as in, I just imagine somebody coming to blame me for that. There's this palpitation somewhere in your heart, in as much as we are trying to help them, care for them. There's a way you pamper them and stylishly ask them certain questions at the end of the month in your period. This one, and then tomorrow, God forbid, something goes wrong and someone is blaming you. No, that's offensive.
You know, I was at a store trying to buy some things, and a father came in. I was lamenting. Now I don't know which one to buy. He came to buy sanitary towel for the daughter. I don't know which one to buy. He was like, He went to the counter, and I said, oh God, call your daughter. Let her tell you what you want. He said, Madam, having female children is I don't know how to describe it. I don't know how to describe it. I'm confused. You know? And I was like, I felt sorry for the father. The mother is having a Herculean task already. And now the father too is joining in the league. So, how do we protect our daughters from themselves, from peer pressure, from the society at large, Dorcas?
That's a huge tax.
In 2 minutes, please.
It's a huge tax because how do
we protect our girls?
It's difficult. It's difficult. You just have to do your best as mother. You just have to do your best as father. Make the necessary provision for them. Let them feel loved. Show them the reality of life. Because most times, we parents lie to our children. We want to
We lie?
things. Yes, we lie to them. We don't want to tell them the truth. Everything is okay. No, just let them know that if you go this way, this is how you may end up. If you go this way, if you want to become this, who do you want to become in life? What do you want to be in life? Just let them know. Talk with them. Make them. But if you follow this path, you won't get to this a place you are targeting to get to. So if you know this is where you want to get to, this is the right path to follow. If you decide to go another route, you will not get there. Let them know. How do I mean? For instance, a girl child that is in, let's say, 15, 16 years old, they should be out of primary school, want to go to university, let them read for their JAMB. Let them know that this is not the time for you to bow down to peer pressure. This is not time for you to want to raise shoulder with your peer.
But unfortunately, this is the period where all the hormones are running riot in the young girl's body.
You let them know that
does not know how to control it.
You don't have to let them know that it's a stage in life that they will overcome it. It's a stage in life. You've been there. You've overcome it. So it's not something that is new. They are not the first set of person to experience it.
Okay.
If others have gone through there and they overcome it, they too they can overcome it.
All right, Favor, let me feel your pulse.
I want to add, like she said, open communication between parents and their children is very important. Open and sincere communication. Don't lie. Say it the way it is. You know, gone are the days when you tell a child that if a boy touches you, you are going to get pregnant. Okay. That time has passed.
Okay.
So now tell them how it is. Honest communication with parents. Call a spade a spade. And then sex education.
Okay.
This is buttocks, this is vagina. Still, you know, it's better than giving it some funny names.
All right, ladies, you know, we cannot conclude today. So next week, we're coming to talk about strategies to avoid unwanted pregnancy and teenage pregnancies, and then the role of parents in safeguarding their children on this issue. I want to extract that promise from both of you now that we'll see next week. Hopefully. Talk about this. No, hopefully, definitely. All right, thank you.
That's really nice.
All right, time is not our friend, but we're going to come back next week with a part 2 because we need to teach you the strategies and, of course, the role of parents in all of this. Some parents are very violent when they are talking to their children about sex. You see a text message in your daughter's phone or in your son's phones, you let heaven go. And then you see a boy talking to your girl on the street or your girl talking to a boy on the street, there is problem. You will not handle the case well. And the girl or the boy will say, okay, you see that thing that you are pursuing me from? I don't do it. It's as simple as that, okay? So next week, yeah? All right, thank you, ladies, for finding time to be with us.
Thank you very much.
We'll see you guys again next week. Please stay with us so that you will learn the strategies, especially those parents who find it very difficult to discuss matters concerning sex with their children. Bye-bye.